Good morning, adventurers, wanderers, and future revelers. My name is Chris Capper, and today we're at Transwest Truck Trailer RV in sunny Frederick, Colorado, just in the foothills of the snow-capped Rocky Mountains. And I'm so excited to bring you Winnebago's newest offering, their 2025 Winnebago Revel Sport 44N. If your idea of a five-star hotel includes pine trees, dirt roads, and no cell signal, well, this is going to be the coach for you. This is a next-gen off-road camper van that's built on the Mercedes-Benz Sprinter 2500 chassis. Now, this chassis is designed for the solo adventurer, the traveling couple, or just the dog that wants to sit in shotgun. So this is going to be built on a diesel 2-liter turbo-powered 4-cylinder engine with 211 horsepower, 332 foot-pounds of torque, 5,000 pounds of towing capacity, and a 9-speed transmission that's smoother than jazz on a Sunday morning. And if you're wondering if this is safe, it is. It's gonna have active brake assist, crosswind assist. We got a really windy day today, so that's gonna help you a lot. It's gonna have blind spot monitoring. It even has a attention assist. It'll tell you when you need to get the coffee. So this is also paired with all-wheel drive anti-lock brake system, and we have these BF Goodrich all-terrain tires, the KO2s, on this nice 19-inch aluminum rim. This van doesn't just get you there safely, it eats dirt roads for breakfast, and then it asks for seconds. So let's come out over here. What you're gonna notice is I have a 10-foot Carefree awning with an LED light strip on that. Now that light strip is going to keep it nice and lit during the early morning, late evening hours. We don't have this out today. It does have a wind sensor built into it, but it's so windy today, it just wouldn't be safe and it would go right back in anyway. Now, a couple other things. This is going to be an all electric coach. No propane, don't have to worry about that. You'll notice I have my true induction cooktop sitting out here. Why am I out here? Because if I'm camping in this, I'm going to be out here cooking my food, enjoying the sun, enjoying the wind today. So we're just going to be having fun. My dog's going to be having fun. My wife's going to be with me. It's going to be a lot of cool stuff. So coming out, you'll notice that this is an adjustable shelf right here, and this just packs right up in here. Now, also looking at this, I have a mosquito bug net on this. I can zip that down, and then I've got this really nice magnetic piece here so I can get in and out of that without having to fully zip or unzip that. So if we look at that running board, you'll see I've got my lights on. I left it going, but I have this long running board and I have the security loops on each side. So perfect for attaching your dog leash to it while you're sitting out here, keeping Rover from grabbing one of those rabbits or getting lost in the process, because my dog ain't catching no rabbits at her age, I guarantee it. Now, if you look back here, what you're going to notice is we kind of went to the original roots of the Revel when it came out. We had this ladder. Now, this ladder is not to be used right here, but you can adjust it and bring it most of the spots here on that driver's side. So we just take this off and then we hook that up, and these pieces right here will just sit on the side right there. Now, while we're looking up here, you're going to see I have that older style roof rack, and I have a 13.5K BTU Coleman Mach Q air conditioning. So we have that on there. It's going to keep you nice and cool during the winter. It does have a heat pump option on it as well. And then got these nice heated windows back here. And just below this right here is going to be my 5,000-pound tow hitch with my 7-wire connection that'll connect whether you've got the boats, the jet skis, or you're just towing a small car. And right here, you'll notice in the front and the back, I've got all those monitoring devices. So let's get this baby open. So we can open her nice and wide. I've got some storage areas in here, and But if you look up top, I might have forgot to mention this, but that is going to be my camera system. So I've got looking straight down and giving me a long view too. I'll show you that when we get inside. I got these great roll down, roll left screens right here. You'll see these in much more expensive coaches. These are really nice. And again, I've got that magnetic piece there. So on a day like today, I could have both of these opened up, let the wind flowing through here and just having a lot of fun. So getting inside here, what we've got, I'm just going to start with the battery compartment. So we're going to go back to that older Revel look here. So here I'm going to have the, this is all a 12 volt system. So it's not the 48 volt that the regular Revel has. This is a 320 amp hour battery right here. So it's 4.1 kilowatt hours. So I've got 215 watts of solar with the capability of adding a 290 watt solar array as well. This is my 2000 watt Xantrex inverter right here. So everything's gonna be very easy to access and much simpler. And then when you're done, you just pop this back on there, tie it back in, we're good to go. So you'll notice down here on this floor, I've got this really nice floor. It's 1 inch of a honeycomb plastic pieces in here, and that's going to give you a thermal break. So let's talk about insulation. These are really amazing in the winter or in the summer, especially in the winter, because man, you got to make sure your pipes don't freeze, right? So with that, you're going to have an automotive grade insulation inside this entire part, this entire camper. Plus you're going to have 3M Thinsulate throughout this as well. On top of that, we have that nice honeycomb treatment here with the nice top coating right here, which is really hard to scratch. It's going to take a lot to get that scratched. And then I also have 6 D-rings that go right into the chassis. So whether I have my paddle boards in here, whether I have my bikes in here, or whether I'm just stowing away some dreams, I've got the place for it here. Nice place to store your 30 amp wire connection right here. Glad they didn't take out my camera, guys. Strong winds today in Colorado. Lots of storage space here, so I got more storage here as well. And then little storage right here. So here, you notice on this right here, I have these ram mount pieces. And in this, we have a storage net. And then I also have storage netting here, and then place to clip your beaners for whatever you want to store there. And then a nice bag for more storage as well. And then we'll get back in here when we come inside. My 30 amp connection right here, it's a smart connection. So when you're charging this up, because we know this is going to be, you're going to be taking this out in the woods, right? Plug it in right here. If there's any issues with that, this won't be glowing white. It'll be, this should be glowing white with GLN would be green. If one or all of those are red, or this is flashing red, you know there's a problem. It's a smart plug for a reason. Takes care of you, lets you know what's going on. We've got the European cassette toilet, 5 gallon, right there. So very easy to take that where you want it, empty it. Just unhooks like that. You can pull it out, push that back in. You can pull that out and take it to the toilet. You can take it to the septic, the sewer, or even the outhouse. So wherever you need to go. Draining your gray tank is super easy right here. And just hook up the sewer hose that we give you, and there you go. And then we have a nice running board down here as well with the security loops on each side. If you notice right here, I've got a little exhaust pipe. That's gonna be for my diesel water heater and cabin heater. So one of the differences on this versus the regular 44 Revel non-sport edition is that these are going to be manual seats. But the good news is I can still adjust these in every which way that I can on the electric. It just takes a little bit more work to do it. Really cool thing, these are still heated. So for someone like me with some back problems, or in case you are just like tired at the end of the day or it's just really cold outside, you can just push that little button right there, heat that baby up. So When we get inside, I'll talk a little bit more about this, but this is also a tilting wheel right there, makes it easy to get in and get out. Alrighty, so just take a step and look back at this aggressive design right here. I've got all the lights that you need. They were on a minute ago, but when I opened the door, they turned off. So again, world famous Mercedes-Benz 2-liter high output diesel engine. It's going to get you and your family where you need to go safely. So I'm going to get inside here. And what I want to talk about a little bit is this is a next gen off-road camper, right? And it's all about the smart space. So on the bed, we have a power lift system, up during the day, down during the night. So you can keep your gear down there when you need to. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to just lower this baby down, and you can see that ram mount on the side. So you have those are just all around the coach. And this is going to have that European style slat system as well. So all I got to do is just kind of get that tucked in there, and you'll notice that European style slat system. And then I have my motor right there. So if you ever have to do any maintenance or repair, whether it's you or it's our award-winning service department here, we can take care of that for you. So I'm going to jump up here, just give a little bit more space for my camera guy, Jody. Thank you for your work. This is that nice Coleman Mach air conditioner right here. This will put the air out forward, reverse, or behind you, and then also you can adjust these as well, or you can just shut those off completely. And then I can adjust that right here. So if I'm sitting in bed, it's a little bit cold, and it just adjusting where that air is flowing isn't working, I can just come right here and adjust the temperature right here. Now, here I've got dual pane acrylic window, and so I can just adjust that where I want. And then if I'm gonna leave for a little bit, I can have this in the partial stage here, so there's a little bit extra room. And what that allows me to do is shut the screen, and then I can have the 12-volt fan running in the lounge area. But we're not going to do that right now. We're just going to shut this, and then it's time for sleep. I'm going to put my blackout shades. There are innumerable accessories that you can get for these things. They do have pieces on there that will give you even additional blackout capabilities with a radiative heat barrier for those even extra cold times. So lots of options. I have two independent puck LED reading lights, and then USB-A storage and 12-volt right there. And then right behind us, we have a 110, which will work right off of that 2,000 watt inverter. So what's really cool about this is minimalist without being monastic. It is Spartan without being Spartan. It is the kind of coach that gets you where you need to go, gives you everything that you need to have to get you there. It is no gold fluff on it, but gold standard. So Winnebago has just been around in the industry forever, since the 1950s. American success story. So let's look right here. I've got adjustable mounts right here for my shelves, so I can just put my cereal, my oatmeal, whatever it is, my dog food, store it right in there. And then we're gonna show some cool things on this kitchen. So let's start with the storage up here. So nice storage area, so I got more place for kitchen pantry items or whatever else that you need to store up here. This right here is going to be like a felt, so it's going to minimize noise and sliding. And then we have these slam latch right here, so that just slams shut. And you'll notice that these are soft close. Real wood on all this right here, so a lot of the other competitors are using that MDF. MDF gets wet, it swells, it ruins your camping experience. So nice deeper piece right here, and look at that nice wood, just nice quality from Winnebago. And then we do have another storage piece right here. Now typically you probably have that induction cooktop that we have outside right now, but you can put whatever you want. And again, look at that nice wood. So Winnebago does a great job. Here I have a stainless steel sink with hot and cold water right here. One of the differences, I don't have the little spray attachment on it that I do with the regular Revel, but this is going to be just exactly what you need. A little macerator switch right here, which will pull anything in the sink right into my gray tank. Storage spot up here, spices or whatnot. And then you'll see again throughout this coach, I'm gonna have the USB connections as well. And nice puck light, and then another RAM mount right here, so I can, if I want to set up a little iPad or Galaxy Tab or something and watch some stuff right there while I'm cooking, you can go ahead and do that. Now, there's a little secret thing that I'm going to show you real quick, but you need to get it from under here. So there's a little storage compartment under here on this 44N Sport. And what this is going to do, sorry Jody, this is going to expand your cooking top. So I got more space right here, so I could have my sandwiches, just a lot more prep space with that. And when you're done with that, this just pulls right back out and conveniently stores in this area. This has so much storage that even Indiana Jones would be proud. Little hidden spaces everywhere. A nice little space here if you want to put your dog food or maybe your flip-flops or whatever. Let's look at this bathroom. Another one of the changes on this is going to be, we got that piano hinge door right here, and so that's going to open up that way instead of the butterfly effect that you have in the others. Place to store your wet goods when you're not taking your shower. Hot and cold water. Shower head right here, and then this is your shower curtain that you'll just snap in here. Place for your scrunchie. These are real wood, not MDF, bamboo style shelving for, this is your gear garage slash bathroom. So whether you're taking a shower or just storing gear in here, some people choose to take the shower outside, and then inside they just have this one up here, and then you have your cassette toilet. So you can go ahead and utilize your cassette toilet right here. So place for your toilet paper to keep it dry while you're taking a shower. And then these are some of the accessories that Winnebago gives you: your sewer hose, your water hose, and a few other little conveniences. So what's really cool on this, both of these chairs will turn around and make this your lounge area. Well, I have two seat belted positions here, and I have two seat belted positions here. This seat belted position is a tri-point, and this is a belt. And then back here I have another little storage area, so you can put your secret stash or whatever it is back there. For me, it's going to be Advil, or we call it vitamin I in the whitewater kayaking community. So let's check this out. I'll get stow this back up in the driving position. See how smooth that is, how easy it is to get up and down, and just how much space you have down there. So for me, whitewater kayaking, I could easily put a bunch of whitewater kayaks back there, strap them down, and not have to worry about where they're going. Or maybe you're a mountain biker and you're gonna have your mountain bikes in there. Maybe you're an electric biker and you wanna do that. Talk about tank sizes, so I don't wanna forget. This has got a 25-gallon fuel tank, 24-gallon fresh tank, 5-gallon, we talked about the cassette toilet, and a 21-gallon gray tank. Exterior length 19 feet 6 inches, exterior width 6 feet 5 inches, and the exterior height is only 9 feet 11 inches. So if you have that 10-foot garage space, you can actually get this in, as long as you also have that 19 foot 7 inches of available space. So just wanted to make sure that we talked about all that. So now that I get this out of the way, this is the Timberline 1. It's a 1.0, and what's really neat about this, I actually read the instructions on it this morning in preparation. So it's going to be for my water. That's going to be my water heater, and then I can go ahead and select my heat here. This is for my diesel burner, and this is for my electric burner. I can have both of those on at the same time. If I'm not plugged in, this is going to be better to run it off of my diesel. And what's really neat about this, I can either hit this up one at a time, hitting this, or I can just cycle that where I want that heater to be. Very, very simple to access, very simple to use, and then I can just turn that off because I don't really need the heat on right now. You can adjust everything. I have the brightness adjusted to 100 for the video. You can put it on sleep mode, and then this right here will go screen by screen. So lots of options for you. You can really customize all the different parts that you want with this, schedule it, etc. So I'm going to pop that brightness down a little bit since we don't really need it too bright. Now over here, a lot of these switches are going to be rocker. So all the way up is going to be full brightness, middle it's going to be off, and then down it's going to be low brightness. So you're going to have that capability of setting the mood if you want, or if you just don't need it too bright, it's going to take care of you. Turn my water pump on and off right here, and then I can look at my tank levels, should be empty, and then my battery levels right here. So chassis is 12.1, house is 13.2. It's my solar charger controller for that 215 amps of solar up there, and then my 2,000 watt Xantrex Freedom inverter controls are right here. Right over here is going to be that 12 volt fan that I talked about. So you can just turn that on and off right there. You can also set that to come on if it gets too hot in here. Let's say you set it for 80 degrees because you got your dog in here and you're just going for a walk, a short little hike, holding hands with your sweetheart in the fresh mountain air. But you know, it's a no dog trail. So guess what? I want to make sure that my dog is going to get too hot. I'll crack open all these little windows right here in that middle area. Pop that on, and when it hits to 80 degrees, it's going to just cycle in fresh air, bring it through here, and that's going to just take all the hot air out for you. That's also going to help your battery life, because if you don't let it get too hot in here by just using this little 12 volt fan, when it's time for you to go to sleep, you can run that 13.5 BTU 13,500 BTU air conditioner, and it's going to take less energy to cool this because it didn't get too hot in the first place. I don't want to forget part of the kitchen. I have a 3.2 cubic foot, sorry Jody, the refrigerator freezer. So I've got 2 shelves here, I've got 3 storage areas here, plus I have a freezer compartment here as well. This is compressor, 12 volt. It's going to get cold nice and quickly, and it uses minimum energy on that battery system that you got. Now back here, this is really comfortable. This is a removable table right here, so if it's just not comfortable for the passengers back here, you can just remove it, just pop this off. There's a little pull right there, comes right out. What's really neat is when both of these seats are turned around, you can have the whole family, or maybe just you and me and some of my kayaking buddies, or my wife and I, and maybe our friends, just chilling out here talking about the beautiful nature that we saw today, hiking in the mountains, and having a beer. So after a rough day on the trail, it's really good to come out here, drink the beverage of your choice, and relax with your loved ones and your friends. Speaking of which, can't wait to see you guys at the Vail Mountain Games. I'll be up there next week taking a Winnebago product, so look for me there. So right above us here is going to be extra gear storage, and then in this we have the front privacy shades that are going to go on the front windshield in the side windows, and that has a reflective heat barrier in there as well, and that's just going to help keep it warm in the winter and cold in the summer. And then here I have, let's change places here, sorry, a rooftop access port. So if you want Starlink, or you can either install it yourself, or you can have our technicians do it for you. I've got the power here. I also have USB-A and 12 volt. This is just a little pipe that goes straight up to your roof, so you don't have to worry about drilling in your roof. I also want to point out how great Winnebago manuals are. So when I wanted to find that information on that piece right there, I just open it up to the hydronic heating system page, and it gives me all the pictures. Like, you just barely have to know how to read to understand how to use your system. And when I was an IT director, I had a cup mug that said RTFN. Read the freaking manual, right? That's a nice way of saying it. So Winnebago gives you everything that you need to know about this, but on top of that, we have a great guy, Marlon, who's gonna walk you through this, teach you how to use everything. It's about a 2-hour walkthrough period, teaching you everything, and then we invite you to camp with us. Camp with us for a night or two. We have our technicians here. If you find anything that maybe we missed, or maybe you just have a question about something, we have the people here who can take care of you. So I'm not going to spend too much time up here, but I want to pull up my mics. With this right here, I want to point out a few things. First, I'm going to look up here to this rear view mirror. That's not a mirror. That's actually a camera feed from the back. You don't see that on too many of these coaches. So it's going to show you what's back there all the time. Now, when I got this in reverse, not only can I see what's behind me, I can see what angle I'm going, but I can also get a bird's eye view looking down on my coach. I can see where I'm going to go and where I'm kicking out. It's also saying, hey buddy, your door is open. So it's going to give you that information. I can change this if I'm trying to hook up to something. I can see exactly what I'm hooking up to and that really top view. And I can also see a wide view here too. So I can see what's behind me. I can see just my sides if I'm pulling in somewhere really tight. I can also see where I'm going, the front area or the top area plus the front area. So this is giving me the capability between that and between the sonar sensors in the front and the back. It's gonna just give me everything I need to get there safely. We've got the smart steering wheel right here, so just about everything on this coach I can, well, for the chassis portion, I can control right here. So I can turn on the adaptive cruise, I can set that, I can adjust all these things with going to home and just seeing where I'm at. 881 miles on this, which is about how far it is from Forest City, Iowa. I also have this button right here. So if I'm going down a very steep road, I can actually set this between 1 and 11 miles per hour, and it will use the transmission, the braking system to make sure I don't go too fast when you're going down a very steep embankment. So this is true off-road capability. Now, if you forget to turn that off, once you actually accelerate, purposefully accelerate above 28 miles an hour, it's going to turn it off for you. It's always good practice to do that yourself. So make sure I got everything for you. Again, this isn't a rig that's designed for sitting in parking lots. This is for getting out there for our mountain bikers, our trout stalkers, our beach campers, and our desert dwellers. If you think that it's not the journey, it's the destination, if you're just looking to get out there with you and your family, whether it's in the winter snow resorts going snowboarding or whether you're going to go surfing out in Long Beach, whatever it is, this is the rig for you. Please give me a call. Let me help you. If this isn't the right one, you can test drive this. Isn't the right one. I'll help you find the right one because that's what we do here. So again, thank you for joining us. My name is Chris Capper. My phone number is 813-333-2988. Please give me a call. Let me and our award-winning